Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in here, and hopefully today we're going to be talking about something that needed to be talked, needed to be discussed in the next level. If you were here and watched the Astrogravitational Report, had a great conversations with Matthew Crawford, who is an astrologer, twin flame at the same time, and talking about within the whole spiritual in there. And the credit for this topic actually goes to him. And it's different when you have this divine masculine perspective. And also, I want to say to uh, the divine partner, I really appreciate you there because it's also input within all this. Because the whole thing it is about as we evolve and we are going into this. It is about wanting that rise up right now. The understanding of the twin flame, first of all, is you. You go into this stage of the twin flames, and we are going to be discussing on this a little bit. I'm going to give you like inputs, which is that's not going to be only a mine inputs in there for it, but that it is about to be understood from within. Because when you meet another person and you see them, you see what was missing in you. And now it's like, oh my God, I was missing this person all my life while you were missing the thing inside of you. And when we're talking about missing the thing inside of you, a lot of the people, they don't do the inner work to fill it up, to develop the things that are missing from within. And this is why they don't miss, they're missing the most important thing, the inner peace within themselves. And when we're talking about you've been having a spiritual connections from before, we've been having a different things from within itself, within inside, in there, you understanding the things of much more higher perspective. And this is why we're here. We're here to evolve. We're here to bring all this up. We're here to get this thing in there and looking at with um, all this, uh, we are getting higher, but also we're helping each other. So, with that being said, I want to be recognizing the people that are here in the chat. Pallavi, thank you for coming in. Erica, thank you for coming in. Natalia, thank you. Brother Rich, glad to see you here. And let's begin right here. At some point within the journey, at some point with all this inside, you are going to be finding your self awareness. As we talk about in a few previous videos, talking about the Kabbalah, if you haven't, if you missed that video, I would strongly suggest you the twin flames and the Kabbalah situations in there. We put some pictures and so on. In the center is actually the self awareness. But the self awareness in there, it's coming into a one thing, the realizations. You are the twin flame to your own self. And when you see the person, when you are exchanging the energies with the person and so on, you begin to develop yourself within. So the dynamic, it all depends of the personality. You guys already know that. Because if it triggers your personality, that actually have to be trigger your spirituality. That's what you look in the spirituality to fix your personality. Hopefully you already got into this points. You got into these situations. And when you look at it and you beginning to evolve and asking yourself, why do I keep meeting the same person on different skin, but it's the same person? What is it the same thing? It's the same thing that you need to develop from within. And within all the discussions that we have in here, it is going to be a very good for all of you to look a little bit deeper from within yourself and look at it to unified and develop what you are missing from that person. Basically, that person tells you, listen, this is the things that you're missing from within you. This is what you have to develop, because you can't give something that you don't have. And this is why a lot of the twin flames in there, they have these issues. Okay. And when you get into these positions, into the soul connections, when you're getting into that levels from within yourself, you begin to look deeply, work within you. Maybe you have issues there in the personal level, like you putting yourself down. Then you see the person who kind of like brings you up, builds you up, and you take that energy within you. But do you act on that energy? If you don't act, guess what? You're like, oh well, this person just pushed me, but I didn't did anything. And the other person is like, well, I thought that you are gonna be doing these actions and so on to build yourself up. Well, we're not equal in these positions. Connections broke down. Things are broken down. Relationships are broken down, and so on and so on. While you look at it in yourself to build yourself up. When you have a conflict, what do? When other people normally have a conflict, what they do is they point fingers, right? But if instead of pointing the fingers in there, you first have to look at it from within yourself. It's like, wow, this person comes to me, is pushing my trigger. I see what I was missing within me because I demanding this from the person, but I demanding something I don't have. How can I give it back? How can I have energies exchanges with this person if I don't have this? That could be in all the levels. That could be in the levels from spirituality, heart, communications. That could be a health issues. That could be intimacy issues, all over the place. But the part of this when you as a twin flame, it comes and you put yourself together, the pieces, because that person points out to you and you actually work with the person in there and you have that mutual exchanges in there. That is a one of the part gets very beautiful, because that part builds the most important thing. It builds the inner peace in the soul, where you and the partner are equal to each other. And this is going to bring the inner peace within the soul. That inner peace within the soul gets the inner peace from the divine. And in our divine timing, it's only at a matter of time. And there, Buswan, thank you for coming in, guys. Glad to have you here. So, inside of this, that is the part of the individuality. You to fix yourself individually on your own self. So maybe you have a previous connections. When we're talking about previous connections, maybe previous connections as a karmic connections, soulmate connections, other twin flame like connections. You maybe got all this, but if you looking at within yourself, you have all this repeat the same experience. And when you repeat the same experience, they just come into the same way, to the right way. You come to the point that this time you don't want to repeat, you want to do it right. And when you want to do it right and your partner want to do it right, guess what? Now you're understanding that the twin flame journey was a personal development from within you. You to achieve the inner peace on your own, not to have depending on your partner, not to have these things from within yourself. If there is a issue, you're working together. You maintained the balance between you, and that balance heals the relationships, but also builds a healthy relationships on all levels. Now you begin to understand the power of the divine, of the spirituality within you, how it helps you to transform yourself into a personal levels. Yes, it's going to take some time. Yes, there's going to be some things. Yes, there is going to be a situations. Okay. But when you look within all this, you see that personal experience in there. That doesn't um, talking about that, that doesn't mean that you have one unique person actually that you are attaching there. Because if you're attached to a one unique person, what is that unique person will do to you? Well, that unique person is going to help you to grow. That unique situations is going to be. Maybe if you look at it within yourself, when you are meeting the same situations again and again and again, until you decide that this time you're going to build yourself right. Okay. But if you look at it within yourself, you picked up this little by little by little pieces with these people, with these situations, and they put something from within you. Because twin flame is an energy. You already know that. It's not a person. That self-awareness is actually leads you to this. It's an energy that leads you into the divine. Who can tell you who is your divine partner, twin flame, and so on? Why look at it for the divine union? When you achieve the inner peace and you, through the inner peace, you're getting merged with the divine brings you the partner. And that is a big mistake within the twin flame, because the twin flame see a one person that triggers what they're missing within them. And they're like, this is the only one person. And you're going blind within the horses. And you're getting focused within that person. You're getting all this drama, trauma, and so on triggers until you reach the point of the self awareness inside. You may meeting with another twin flames and you meet in your journey, but just happen to be have the same stream of consciousness happen at the same time in different locations. So you will see how the things are gonna be evolving. The only thing that is gonna happen in there, as we will explain that before, the desire to have the inner peace in the soul as a human experience with the divine, then you will understand what love is and why you are going into this journey so much in there. And looking at with all this, you are going to be involved with this. If you're already in the partnerships, if you already have these relationships and so on, you will find it an amazing yourself as an improvement through the communications. But you're not looking what the partner is doing wrong. You're not looking to push the partner away. You are cutting yourself within all these old ways. And at the same time, you're actually acting totally different because you finally yourself aware from within yourself. What do you do with all this? So I was thinking that Matthew maybe is going to have some special questions or something that he can add, and I want to say thank you to him, and I want to say thank you to Paulina. Oh, there he is. Buddhists called this nirvana. Jung called this individuations. Deep psychology called this homestatics of the genome. It's all the same thing, coming to the center and finding yourself. Exactly, Matthew. And in the Kabbalah, that is the self-awareness in the center. And there is a Kabbalah, there is a with 10 different points. There is a Kabbalah with the 11th point. And that 11th point is actually this homestatics. That is this individualizations that it's all of a sudden you build up your peers. And then if you have issues, it disappears. But then you put everything back together and it appears. And during today's process, you're gonna be learning with this in there, and you going. But the people have to be informed about this, and this is why uh, throughout this experience, guys, work on yourself to get to the divine on your own. That is the general message, because a lot of the people are suffering, searching for informations. A lot of the people, they are still causing traumas, problems. A lot of the people have destroyed energies within them because of this. A lot of the people still not working within themselves, and instead of looking outward to the person, it's time to look from within you. Everything is inside of you. The divine is inside of you. The love that you always wanted is inside of you. You have to develop it within yourself. Everything that you ever wanted is inside of you. And if something is missing, you have to develop yourself. And as I said it before you unite with somebody else, you have to unite from within you. That way, you will know how to unite with another person. You're going to know how to unite with the divine. You're going to be know how to unite the world. That is the energy that it is about your mission here on this journey. And the twin flame, it's actually a personal stage you're going in there within you. It is a personal stage. And most of the people, they are getting into this journey, and they're getting stuck in this huge journey within themselves, and they begin to have all the questions, all the wrong informations, all the wrong things. While here we're talking about within personal experience, and those personal experience in there, they're actually helping the people to evolve, helping the people to move up with everything is there. All right, my chat is blown up. What did I missing? Thanks, Blue. You're welcome. Yeah, that is the correct deal. Everything is inside of each other and of us, and we agree. Thank you, guys. Love you too. The cure, the blueprint people talk about is actually being made and remade. Exactly, deal. But I'm talking about here is that we still have the human made point, even within the twin flames. Because the human mind wants to twist the things. You want to do the things. You want to get into all this. And that is the things that needs to be purged out within the twin flame community. We're talking about this. This is going to pull up a lot of people. This is going to be helping of a lot of people if they get this. If you get that point of the self-awareness within themselves. And this is why this topic is exactly important in there. And some of the people they are like, well, I gotta have my physical union. I gotta have my physical union. Are you in a physical union? Are you in a physical? When are you gonna get in the physical? When are you gonna get into this? Why did they call it divine time, guys? Are you one with the divine? Are your partner it's one with the divine? Do you have inner peace and a soul with your partner and the divine at the same time? So, yeah. Hey, Nia, thank you for the fun. And also on this correct deal, it is the purge of the mind playing games with us, and 100% correct. So when we're talking about all this, okay, the mind can trigger you. The mind can go ahead and play games with you still within the journey. And when the mind gets involved with all this, it is about to tell you that you are actually doing something what you should not. And when you zipping your mind, your soul begins to speak inside of you. You sit down with yourself, basically, you sit down with your own shit. Let's be correct, masculine and correct in there. You sit down there in the middle of the mud, in the middle of your life, and you begin to reevaluate yourself. And this is why this self-realizations kicks in from the soul, because the journey within the soul, the journey within the twin flame, it was downloaded to you. You to get to exactly this point. You to stop demanding something, you stop building something. You to create the new earth, but the new earth begins with who? You. Because people begin to look at all the time outside of them. Oh, if my twin does this, oh, if my twin, we hear all that stories. If this, if that. You know what I call in this? If and but was candy and nuts, we all gonna have Christmas, but Christmas is only one day. What about the rest of it? So if you're using if and but, things is not gonna happen through all this. But when you look at it inside of you and you get to work, you see the truth within yourself. You go through this. Why do I have a fight? Why do I have the inner fight within me? Why do I have this? And when you come to the same road, even if it's with another person, even if it's within that, when you go through the same road, are you going to repeat the same mistakes as before? You will find out you're not. Because right now, you have the self-awareness in the soul that tells you you were fighting before. You still want to fight? If you fight, you're not going to have inner peace. And the self-awareness of the inner peace, it begins to lead you within the soul in there. When you have a partner, there is it the same way. Now you're talking. Now you're getting. But before you get to the partner is you. You're the best partner of yourself. You're the best love from within you. You're the best heart within you. And that heart will beat with the heart with them. Then you begin to understand what this magical twin flame connection is. The real. Why? You become the real twin flame yourself. There is no more gimmicks. There is no more things. At some point, you're going to be wow, I knew the things, but I never imagined that they were real. And that self-awareness within yourself is going to be, here you go. You deserve it. It's real. Because you are real. And that is the path of the truth. Because if you're not true to yourself, how can be a truth to the divine? And how can be a truth to your partner? Can you go ahead and confess to yourself what it is wrong with you by looking at within yourself and say the same thing to your partner without anything like hesitations, worries, and so on? Maybe worries that you're going to be judged, or maybe they're not going to like you, or maybe they're not going to be no. Actually, you go ahead and you tell your partner, you know what, I went through this and this. I used to react like this and this, but now I'm not reacting like this. But I have the same similar situations. What do you think might be? Because you feel safe. And because the inner peace is what leads both of you in the same. You're on the same boat, going through the same river. That's what this is, to build the new earth. All right. Natalia. We can also notice all the time that people in the situations and mirroring are issues which we have first noticed. Intent address is not ignoring cause the situation. We repeat again, but harder. Some people repeat again harder, and they're doing the same thing harder. But every time you get harder, you get hurt harder, until you're learning that you don't want to hurt anymore, until you learn that it's enough is enough, until no more trauma, no more drama, no more situations. You keep going, you're forgiving, and you getting a partner that you're not doing the same things. Because the promises of not doing the same thing, you not only give it to yourself, you not only give it to your partner at that time, you also give it to the divine. And divine knows all about it. You're talking about vows between partners in the karmic relationships. Go to that vow inside of yourself to yourself. Now that's a vow. You vow on the front of the divine about this. So, Pallavi, sound like growing up instead of being provided. Exactly. Maturity, growing up. But that's what the evolution is. Why you study all the spirituality, guys? Why you getting all this? Then why you doing it, all that? What's the reason? The self-awareness. And let me tell you, you're getting into that self-awareness within yourself. That is going to be the best moment from within you. Because there is going to be another magic is going to happen. You, with your masculine and feminine energies, you're going to be sitting across a partner with feminine and masculine energies. And those energies are going to build something stable, something beautiful, something amazing. And this is going to lead you up into the divine. Those are 4 points of space and time, focus of reaching higher. And that is a pyramid structure. And the pyramid structure is the most beautiful structure within your own self. There's a lot of things more that's coming up within this, with combining the esoteric, the occult learnings, the situations in there, and so on and so on. But now, within this self-awareness, you're going to find out like Eve doesn't want to go and talk to the serpents anymore. She knows she's going to get an apple. She knows that I should have not separated from Adam to go to the serpent. This is the same thing when now Adam, he's not afraid when Eve leaves because he's sure she's not going to the serpent. She's not going to be getting this apple to give it to him. And this is why the masculine energies, they are afraid when their feminine counterpart is going somewhere. That she's cheating, that she's talking to somebody else, that she's getting into all this, or she's gonna get her mind twisted and she's gonna abandon me and she's gonna getting into this and so on because of this emotional damage that it's implanted within us, like a template, like a program in there, right? And it's the same time, it's the feminine energies. It's like I don't know if I should talk to Adam. I don't know if I should talk to my partner. Um, Let me go see maybe this person, maybe that person, or maybe I can invite this person to come home and we can talk about it. Maybe they will know what to help me and so on and so on. You're basically going and talking to the serpent at this time. And this is the time when sometimes friends or families or anyone, yeah, talking about Lilith, yeah, there you go, yeah. And this is what represents the Lilith. You're seeking for the knowledge, while everything else is inside of you. So the point again back is inside of you. But when I both heal this part, they both have a chance to build something different, to fix this original sin that leads to all the other sins. Okay, this leading of all that in there, and then go back home. Going home baby. Go home. You do this, you're understanding this divine parts inside of you, this divine conflict, this divine template that it's implanted in there, and you're not going back. That is the road, guys. That is the road. And this is why I want to say thank you to Matthew was bringing in this, because it was needed in the community. It was needed the people to understand that twin flame journey is actual a personal journey, but it's triggered by two people. While the next journey within divine union is actually a creations not with only one person, but with two. But it's the same time, this creations begins from where? Again, within you. So here is that learning inside of it within yourself that you're going to be learning a lot more stuff. So, okay, my chat is blown, and okay, where I was. We go through this within ourselves, out and in, and then between us, then we hook it, we merge. That's heaven and earth, guys. Thank you for the confirmation. Bruce wants Pallavi self-validation, self-reflections, integrate self, and maybe even self-sufficiency. It's all combined. Everything Pallavi, God bless you in there. It's all combined. This is why sometimes the people look at these things separately, but they're looking at separately. But what they need to realize, this separation has to end from within and to be merged. They're all connected. All the dots inside of you, they are connecting. And emotional regulations from psychology was very helpful. Actually, yes. The book of Daniel Goldman, that is a emotional intelligence. It's a great book. I have it here and I'm seeing it right now. It's in Bulgarian language. But yes, it's a help. Okay. The psychology will tell you things inside of you. But if you look at it within yourself, how can I fix my psychology? It's right away the information comes in. You have to fix your spirituality. And throughout this process of whatever it's in the heaven, that's what it's on earth. You look at it that whatever it's in your spirituality, that's what's in your personality. If you want to fix the things down there, you have to fix it first up there. And when you fixed up there, the energy is changing, the emotions changing, the hormones are changing, the body begins to be changed. Your energy overall begins to change. And so is the results in your life. And that works in with everything. Bravo, every time we get real with what's real, which is what we are making real, it's happening to you. Yes, you are not the only one who are encountering this. We also did encounter in that. So thank you for the confirmation. God is the leader and the example for your all. Jesus led the way and way through, and He's in Christ consciousness. Yes, the Christ consciousness is great. The Christ consciousness is great in there, as long as you apply it in there, as long as you put it to work within yourself, as long as you find that within yourself, and don't do anything unless, but do the only thing that is designed for it to lead you back into the divine. That's what this is, a one hard progress, because the human mind is still working within. The human mind wants to getting into there. So there is going to be a point where the human mind and that Jesus consciousness in there within yourself, they're going to be pulled it up. But when you see that self-awareness that comes in that you are doing this at some point, you are going to be actually finding the divine purpose from that consciousness in there. Yeah, that's right. I went through this. I don't know, my chat is blown up, and that's right. I went through this with Eva. All right. The message of this is so perfect. The title, looking forward for your thoughts. What about Lilith? Yeah, Lilith has to go ahead inside of it and understand that those two feminine energies in there, they have one masculine. Why did the God design Lilith in the first place? But if you go and you go ahead and study all the stories and how everything is in the building of the second garden, there will be a serpent. There will be no serpent. There's going to be the river of life, and in the middle is going to be the tree of life. But there will be no serpent because the serpent has been removed, has been purged, has been getting off from your consciousness within yourself, has been taken out. This is why this purging process right now is going on here. If you pay attention yesterday to the energies, yesterday Lilith was so active with Mars, and tomorrow Lilith is going to be active with Venus. So as you see, as you pay attention into the energies, they're triggered. The one triggers the other. Could be a 1 hour the one hour the other, one day the one day the other. But if you're looking at within this, if they're both having the same awareness, they know what's going on with them both. This is when the feminine says, like, you know what, I have this, I have to look within me, I have to be honest within myself, and I have to go ahead and do this work. It's the same thing when the masculine is like, you know what, I'm sorry that it was, I feel this intense energies, but I'm looking at first within me. I know I have to work on me. I have to look first within me, not like blaming you or blocking you or whatever I did like before. Why? Value. You value the inner peace. You value the connections with the divine. You value yourself. You value your partner. You value all the connections and all the beauty that you had during this merge between you, partner, and divine. Because you know what you can achieve through this merge, this healthy divine relationship in there. And God is amazing of doing this. Divine is amazing. At some point, you think you can escape that. No, you can't. People think that they can escape this. Your soul is leading you there. What is wrong out there right now within the community in there, that people missing the point that this is a personal journey until you become divine consciousness within yourself, divine awareness within yourself. You build yourself up from within. Most of it, they think that their twin flame will comes in and build them, fulfill their missing pieces for it. So, yeah, no serpent, but how about Lilith? Lilith and the serpent, they were the same thing. You will understand that Lilith came in back into the tree of life in there, in that form of that Lilith, because she cannot have Adam anymore. So Lilith can try to learn Adam, but Adam is disgusted as. Are you discussed with some of the people that you've been and you are lied, cheat, and you are so on and so on? And you're like, you know what? I don't want that. Have you seen a masculine rejecting feminine or feminine rejecting a toxic masculine? There is like, uh, and so on. It is going to be a divine order. It's going to be a divine order. So that's what it is for it. All right, you guys blow my chat again. Tamala Balvin, thank you for coming in. This message of this is so perfect. The title, looking forward for your thoughts. You're welcome. Everyone is the house, no stone left unturned and no one left behind. Yes, there's gonna be some things that is gonna be like this. Exactly. Grande, thank you for coming in. Pallavi, volunteer vulnerability clears all confusion. Courage to be open so all know the truth. I stated that. A while back. I don't think so. A lot of the people graded. Pallavi, thank you. The real strength within the man, it is the vulnerability. The real power of the woman, it is in the vulnerability. But they both have to provide the safe space of no judgment, no pointed fingers, no conflict, but understanding and awareness that they value what they have, the value of love. That is to be a vulnerable. Deep there, you have no secrets from your partner. That is a vulnerability. That's a power. Real power. But only if you achieve that, only few can create the safe space for their partner. Only few will stop judging their partner. Only few will say, you know what? I understand where you've been. I understand what you've been going through. Let me help you heal. And the next day, when your partner opens up, and it's like, yes, baby, I know what you've been through. I know where you've been. Let me help you. But you help him by you tell him, hey, I cannot do this for you, but let me help you with this. With understanding. And you will see how the love heals everything. It begins with the vulnerability, guys. Have to love it all. Botswan God is amazing. So all of you guys love us all. Permanent. Hello, Dio. Just wanted to say the topic in your talk is really profound. Thank you. The topic was brought by Matthew Crawford in there, and bringing it within the discussions in there. This is the power of the topics that has been brought in. But the topic was provided not only by me, that's feedback from other people, and so on, including my divine partner. Okay. So talking about all this is crucial. We're understanding this. So permanent, we all thank you. All right. So actually within if you look at it and study within the Bible, which is lately been so much and looking at in there for this time, the things is going to be different because this originations, these things, we all want to go back home because we all suffering from the issues. We all things are going on in there. We're still getting into those karmic situations of all this just because it was meant to be. Okay? But by looking at within all this, we're given a second chance, guys, to build something good, to build something great. But all begins within you. Why now? Age of Aquarius, when it states what? You create your internal evolution from within you, and then you make outward evolutions in the world. But you fix your personal energies to benefit of the community. That's what this is. Emma, thank you for coming in. My goodness, still purging. The purge will be pushed for about almost till the end of Virgo season, which is I'm talking about the sun when it's going to be at the end of the Virgo. That is going to be one of the most amazing healing within the energies. And then it's going to be coming at the new moon, the new solstice, talking about the new moon at Libra. Matthew and I will talk about a little bit about this. But that new moon, it's going to be having divine energies with Uranus. The universe going to deliver it, these divine energies to the people who are purged, the people who are clean, the people who did all this. But I was looking those energies at the end of the Virgo, beginning of because here's the thing: we are going to have a new moon at Virgo, and when that comes in, this new moon at Virgo, the moon actually is going to begin to trigger everything within Libra, and we are going to have this energies in there that it's going to give us like a preview with all this. And when the sun is going to be kicking in there, the sun is going to be the authority. So first it comes the knowledge, the intuitions, which is the moon, and then the sun, which is the authority, is going to be affecting it. This is why the first days of October, we're talking about second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, right there. This is going to be really beautiful divine energies. But as Emma just said, that right there, that solstice is going to be empowered so much. This is intuition, authority. This is mom and dad. This is masculine and the feminine based core energies in divine aspects with the universe. If you look at this, that union that it's going to be, it's going to bring that energy to earth. This is going to be a powerful moment. And I'm looking at to create a workshop during those days of these divine energies there. So I'm going to keep you posted. Those who follow me on the Facebook, they already know. Those are the things in there. So yeah, I'm sorry, mixed up the things. Thank you for correcting me, Matthew. I'm glad that you at least you pay attention to it because there is so much energies right now. All those energies of the charts, all of this that we did talk, our astrology talk today, and also the energies, they're too much, too big right now in this moment around me. This is so much energies that I'm getting hot, So thanks for correcting me in there. So the new moon eclipse is gonna be powerful. Okay, thanks. Pallavi, Emotional Intelligence by Dunning and Goldman. For anyone who missed the book, you mentioned it. Actually, you can find it. That book is for free. You can find it if you getting it in there. It's got a PDF format. People who want to work on themselves and fix themselves, they know what is going on. So it was good. Okay. So again, Don't look for answers outside of you. Find the answers at the needs that you need. And on the base of your needs, search for the informations outside in the world to find, to attract what you are getting in there, to build it from within you. Your soul is going to lead you to like, hey, read this. If you don't know something, find this. If you don't understand something, here is. The universe gives you the clues all the time. All the time. There is a clues all over the place. You might sitting on the coffee shop and you see partners, my best, and you're like, whoops. It's all gonna worth it to get that inner peace, guys. It's all gonna worth it. You test it once, twice, you understand it. And if you guys have some now any topic ideas or any questions, I'm ready to answer it right now for you here. But looking inside of you, yes. Andres, hi dear, you say no serpent. About 2 weeks ago, I found a dead snake in the front of my house. I live in an area where there is no snakes. I deeply feel it is telling me something. Exactly. If you would do our job to purge all this uh, knowledge, all this templates, all this programming, all this society rules, all this, and we create these evolutions with a revolving from within us, this revolution within ourselves in there, and we purge all that. This is why we have so much purging right now within us. Yeah, people gonna get there. Some people gonna build that. First of all, that is gonna build on a personal level within you. Then it's gonna be built up with the partner, and then you're gonna build it out there for the world. And people's gonna take that template. People wanna want that template because people are tired of this. Yeah, we evolved technology-wise, but our spirituality is bumped down. Our personal relationships is bumped down. Our kids, our families, and so on, it comes in. And we need to be thankful to the generations that actually was bringing all that into the surface. I'm talking about the generations that are right now in their 20s, from their 20s to their like 40s. That's the people who brought that shadow side in there. Because it's not only to us, the twin flames. We twin flames, we took it off on this and digging up. Let's go, let's digging it up. The twin flames back within about talking about the past 10 12 years ago, even a little bit earlier, like 8 years ago, like me and so on. Those are the people who got understanding about this. They understood what they were dealing with, and now is this energies that it's right now it's rising up because you understanding what the twin flame, the divine energies is trying to tell you. You're facing the shadow, which is that was it, the personality distortions within. Okay. And now when you see the bolt, when you are aware of the bolt, you begin to heal on levels so much powerful. Kurt and Eva, it takes one. The template was made. Due is out to the people. The world, everything is changing. Look around. Yes, it is. But let me tell you one thing. Divine knows what it's doing. You may not know what you're doing. You may not be so much aware of with all this. But when you trust, you surrender and let it go into the divine. One of the divine says, here, what would you do? So looking with all this, you will know. And what I want to ask you about, trust the divine from within yourself. Please. This is going to benefit not only you personally. You're not only person going to have a great relationship within yourself. You're also going to have healthy relationships with the people around you, the most dear people with yourself, and that's going to lead you to a more rewarding life when everything you do within you is done through the peace, not with those wars, not with this fighting. I'm right, you're wrong. My boss is bad. My job is this. Complaining and moaning and whining about it. You bring your professional situations at home. You and your wife are on different pages. You're talking to each other, but you only hear it. But you don't listen in there. You're on different frequency vibrations. Your kids finding that out, that it's all fake. It's all big theater. Your bosses don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. Your ex-wife doesn't deserve that. You don't deserve that. Your wife, your kids, nobody's deserving this. We all deserve a peace and love within to leave this. I want to say thank you to Matthew. I want to say thank you to Paulina. And I want to say thank you to the Divine for this video. All right, guys. That's what I'm leaving you at. Be love, be peace, and love you. Love you. That is all the beginning. Inside of it, within you. Love you guys. Let's share the love and the light. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, CF. You guys, wishing you everything the best. Pallavi, those ones, and all of you who came to the chat. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.